Hello again and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is an unboxing and a first impressions of the Fontoplumo Kaweco collaboration. I know this pen has been out for a while, but I just wanted to give my opinion on it just because I love Kaweco pens and I was excited to add this color to my collection. It is just this nice milk chocolate looking color. I love how it looks next to the olive. I figured I would switch out the colors. I had previously been using Ferris wheel press writing desk in my olive edition, and I decided to switch colors. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know I am a huge fan of matching my pens with their inks, so I decided this was the perfect time to put an olive ink in my olive Kaweco and put Ferris wheel press writing desk into this beautiful chocolate fountain pen. This nib actually has a hard start. It's not like scratchy, it's a wonderful medium-sized nib, but it does get a little, I guess, clogged. So when I try to start writing with it, it takes it a second to start actually, I guess, for the ink to start flowing. It's not a huge deal, but it is something that bugged me. I haven't had any major issues with Kaweco nibs since they've, I guess, updated their brand or where they resource their nibs from. I haven't had any issues, and I rarely have issues with Kawecos. I know sometimes it's a hit or miss, or it was previously, but it's been a while since I've had any issues with a Kaweco nib. So this one is the first one in a while, but it's still a wonderful nib. It works nicely. I kind of wish I purchased a bold nib just to add that, because I have a few, but I wanted to add more bold nibs to my collection since I've been getting into different nib sizes lately. And I've been really excited testing out other types of nibs. I love how much, I change as I continue on this fountain pen journey. I started, only wanting medium-sized nibs or only wanting leather covers that are, smooth leather. And now here I am, with pebbled leather and stub nibs and wanting broad nibs, and just, oh my god, it's so crazy how I've adjusted or changed in my tastes of stationery. And I just think it's so interesting to see how I've grown, especially even just in my, in how I write using a fountain pen. I know I don't hold a fountain pen in the, I guess, traditional or in a proper way. I just kind of hold it how it's comfortable. This is how I learned to hold a pen. But I do want to talk more about my nib because the nib was a little iffy. I actually had an opportunity to go and get a custom grind from Kirk Spear from Pen Realm, I believe. He was actually at Drum Goals recently, and I just decided to go and try out a custom nib. I've never had anyone do it for my pen personally. I have purchased the Esterbrook Journaler nib, which is a custom grind, but I've never had anyone adjust my pens for me, so I wanted to give it a try, and I decided on the Cursive Smooth Italic nib, which is a little similar to, I feel like, the Journaler's nib, at least in, my hands. I am by no means an expert on that, so I could be wrong. I think it may not be as wide as the Journaler nib, but it does have a very similar feel to it, and I am enjoying it so much. It is a lovely writing experience. And I also decided to get my TWSBI Eco Jade adjusted as well with the same nib, because I think out of the ones that he had available, style-wise, I guess that was just the nib that I wanted to use the most. And it was just interesting to see how, how he even goes about doing it. I had no idea how to, tell him what I wanted, really. I just kind of tested out his pens and then chose from there, and then he allowed me to test out my pen. And I didn't know exactly how to give feedback on what I was wanting, because I have no idea how the pen is supposed to feel I guess after getting a custom grind, but I tried it out and was like, yeah, this works, it's different, and I'm really happy with it. It cost, I think, $50 each to get your nibs grind at this time. I don't know if he does it differently on his website or if he does it differently at other stores, so I'm really happy with the way this custom nib looks. It's a lot of fun. The TWSBI also came out nicely, and like I said, am enjoying trying out new nibs so much. It is so much fun. I still want to get a stub nib on my Esterbrook. and maybe a stub nib for my TWSBI, but I'm actually enjoying this custom grind on my TWSBI, so I may not get that one. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I would love to know if you have any custom nibs. Were you there when they were doing the work on the nib, or did you send it off somewhere, or did you just purchase custom nibs from a website? I am just on a hunt now. I've been on a hunt for different nibs, and I'm just gonna continue researching and looking at different nibs, but I'd love to hear what you have had done to your pens. And are you picky with it? Like, are you there to be able to adjust it as needed, or are you just kind of go with the flow? This actually brings me on to the subject of like sending in your, personal item to get customized. I would love to do the BK Truly Yours to one of my TNs, but I feel like I'm just too nervous and scared to send off something and then have it get lost in the mail, or I don't know. That's something you risk when you do something like that. But do you do things like that? Have you done a service like that before? I'm curious to know. Well, that's all I really wanted to share with you today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next one.